Hello, my wonderful people. Good morning to you all. Please make on a listen to this wonderful and Obonga breaking news. This one is coming from the United Kingdom, where our brother, former Senate President, where Nnamdi Kanu, where he's serving his sentence for organ trafficking. Hear this breaking news and hear it in a very clear terms. Biafra, UK appeal court have set aside a date to hear Nnamdi Kanu's case. Well, it has taken them the whole decade to do this. But one thing is for sure, that Nnamdi Kanu must surely be out of the detention anyhow, anytime, any day. And that is the assurance that we got, even as the court have postponed or adjourned Nnamdi Kanu's case till September. On the Siam, that the federal government of Nigeria, Buhari's government, Malami, and the rest of other cabals have no intent or have no plan of letting Nnamdi Kanu go. They want that young man to die in detention, and that's exactly what they are fighting for. They don't want to kill him by themselves, but they want him to die in detention gradually by denying him access to his doctors, by denying him access to the other things that make lives meaningful. That is exactly what Buhari government have planned to do, and that is what they are doing. Well, we will surely pay them and answer them at their own coin when the time is right. In case you never subscribe to my channel, please, this is an opportunity for you to do that. Good morning to you all, and I welcome you all to this early Friday morning broadcast. My name still remains the same. I never change. I am that broadcaster with a difference. Okute Daily Talk. From this Obonga channel, this is where we speak to the undiluted truth. This is where you get to hear about everything that is happening in Biafra land, in Nigeria, and the world at large. Even in Sudan, we also have the news here. So you have nothing to fear about, you have nothing to worry about, because our news is coming from the better and direct platform, and we don't propaganda. We tell the news the way it ought to be. So my wonderful people, please, I want to use this medium and opportunity to thank my members, viewers and subscribers. I beg, on the trial, we don't reach 5,000 subscribers. Thank you all for all your support, for making it a reality this day. So make on do what? Make on continue subscribing, the like and also the share. And most of my brothers, my Biafran family out there, I like on a comment you. Even if you like, call me good, no problem. But as long as you understand the message I pass, because every of my content is a message being passed. So if you understand the message very clearly, to God be the glory. You get the point now? That you don't protect my head from every attack, both from east, west, north, and south. Because our problem, where we the Igbos have, is that we always like to follow with all our heart, not minding even if that person is leading us astray. And that is why the churches in Nigeria, the pastors, the deacons, and the rest of them have already seen the blacks as the gullible people, because we follow with all our heart. Not that we don't know what we are doing. Not that we have been charmed by juju. We follow with all our heart. But in other words, I used to be like you people, following the pastor, deacons, whoever that come out now and say, oh, let us go Nzobu Enyim by Enyi. Who are you going to Zobola? The person that will tell you Nzobu Enyim by Enyi, we allow the gullibles to be at the front, while himself will be at the back, so that if anything is happening, we'll be the first to run. That's exactly the point I'm trying to make in this issue of Simon Ekpa. Anytime I talk against Simon Ekpa, everybody will be like, why should I talk like that? Why should I call him a Berima? Why should I talk anything against him? Why are we following people like Mumu? I mean, come on, we can do more than that. Yes, we Igbos, we can do more than that. We are the most educated illiterates we have in the wide whole world. Not that we don't know anything. We are educated, but sometimes we also act like illiterates. Because you cannot tell me the reason why somebody will come out and tell you the gospel truth. You don't want to hear that truth. Unless that person that tell you, go and kill, go and murm. Why that person that is telling you to go and kill people out there is living comfortably in his own house, even outside the country itself. A politician in another country is the one causing problem between me and my brothers on the social media, and also back there in the Igbo land. Somebody who have been out there contested for elections. If he truly believe in this country called Biafra, when they give him that finance passport, why don't he say no? I know many of you will still come and attack me. That even if listen to me and listen good, my dear brothers. Our government officials who somewhat believe that they are going to rule this country have nothing to do with the dual citizenship. Yes, they stick on one passport. He might be a Biafran from a Nigerian extraction. You're using Nigerian passport does not make him to be a Nigerian. Once the Biafran is being achieved, then we have our own passport. But this person we are talking about now is using a finance passport. He's even a finance citizen, causing problem for the southeastern. Declaring sit at home, even when there is no reason to declare any sit at home, killing the economy of our southeast. And when you talk, people will say that sit at home is a mandate that everybody must obey. Then what is the reason for this 4 days sit at home? No any reason was given so far. In the almost going to 2 years now, we are doing sit at home because of Nnamdi Kanu. Have we released Nnamdi Kanu from detention? Let us tell ourselves the truth. And we will stop all this follow, mumu here and there. Causing havoc. Anywhere you enter, you will be like a IPOP. They stop people, they do this, they do that. But we are the one that cause it. We never look very well before we leak. Anything we see now, once somebody just tell you now, oh, nzobu enyimba, oyona etie isi, nzobu enyim, anazobu nde mmado. Oyana etie nzobu, no kwa beya, ne erijiri afo. Ne live program all the time. YouTube is paying him. Twitter is paying him. Facebook is paying him. He will declare it at home in the southeast, whereby most of our 8 parents out there, they get the bread if they go outside there to hustle. When they stay home, no food for them. But he will declare it at home. Not that I'm supporting what the Fulanis is doing in our country. Not that I'm supporting what the government of President Muhammadu Buhari is doing to Nnamdi Kanu. But they will need to state the obvious. Doing it at home without not providing enough something for the people who rely on daily foods if they go outside is to me it's amount to nonsense. Yes, you people can still attack me, but I wear the armor of attack. You attack me anytime, any day. It does not take anything from my body. But I must say the truth. How can we call ourselves the most wisest? As they say, wise men come from the east. But we, the Eastern ourselves, we are even behaving like a cow, like a Fulani's cow. Following people like anywhere we say, it is here, we want to follow Naga. We keep on reducing the numbers by our own self. Tomorrow they come out now and tell me, when I pop, then I be autopilot in that same struggle. Then, if the international community want to listen to now, who are they going to listen? Are they going to listen to the faction of IPOP or the faction of Autopilot or the faction of Masob that they just reintegrated into the system or the faction of Biafra Nations League? Tell me which one. In Yoruba people that are agitating for Udua Republic, how many factions do they have? Do they have many factions? Do they? The answer is no. That's why they keep on telling us Igbo, and we keep on living to this very, very adage that they use a very long time because everybody wants to become king. Nobody wants to be under another leader. Things keep on spoiling. Maybe. No, I don't want to talk much, but let me just put it here. You put attackers. You also throw my comment section and begin to attack me. Well, my wonderful people, please, if you never subscribe to my channel, it's the right time for you to do that. Hit that subscription button so that you'll be getting updates each time we do something new or we go live on this YouTube channel or another channel related to Okute Daily Talk. I still remain your one and only Okute Amanda Neze. So, my brothers and sisters, make gonna hear this breaking news, because when that is exactly the point I just finished making now. To these 2 brothers now, Casey and E-Money, they are the wisest. But at the end of the day, find out that they are the most mumu you can ever find in the land of Igbo land. Look at what they are telling to Ensi Olomo. Ensi Olomo, who threatened the Igbos during this concluded election. Ensi Olomo, who come out single-handed and profile all the Igbos simply because they want to vote obedient because Peter Obi was on the ballot. That same MC Olomo went to visit these 2 rascals called KC and E-Money. Look at what they are telling him. They said, you are a great and powerful man. KC and E-Money tell MC Oluomo. This is how we keep on selling our birthright for nothing. We want to make it by fire, by force. We want to be relevant in the society. So in other words, we can do anything. Welcome anybody, even the person that is not even welcomed in their own place, in the family of their own people. They are not even welcome this rascal, this Aburu. They welcome him and tell him that he is a powerful and great man. For profiling the Igbos, they call him powerful. For telling the Igbos, anyone that come outside to vote, if not APC, they will butcher that person. They call him a powerful man and a great man. For profiling the Igbos, for burning their markets in different areas in Lagos State, demolishing their houses, making them to become a refuge in their own country, they call him a powerful man. Igbos, make una wake up. Ona mumu done too much. He done too much. Supreme Court adjourns Nnamdi Kanu's case to September. Police arrest former gatekeeper for killing his boss. Exactly what happened? What country did this happen? I think in Kenya, yes, I think in Kenya it happened. When you hire people to serve you, the life of Oga in his office, it depends on the gateman and his security officials. But most of all these our employers, they will employ people finish. Even come on to take care of them now, even come on to pay the salary you agreed to pay them. Most of them can work for all these people as long as even many decades for not even increasing 1 cent of their salary. And they will still owe you. Not they don't have that money because of the wickedness nature of man. Most especially in this our black race. Where human rights is nothing to write home about. Now, the gatekeeper, where the guy Oga, he don't use his hand to come by Oga. It happened in Kenya. Do your domestic staff well. Do them well so that tomorrow they will not come back to do what? To be a stint on your body. A word is enough for a wise. This is not the Nigerian we dreamed of. Pafasoranti laments. So my wonderful people, please, I don't want to take much of your time because I have already taken that illustrating and hammering on some very particular issues. So let us take the bull by the horn. So please tighten your seatbelt because we are about to take off this very morning. Barring any last-minute change, the United Kingdom Court of Appeal will hear the case of Nnamdi Kanu, leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. The court is scheduled to hear Kanu's extraordinary rendition appeal on June 22 of 2023. The court had initially ruled that the ground for appeal raised important issues. Kanu's special counsel, Aloy Ejimako, disclosed the scheduled date for the ruling of a chat with Daily Post. According to Aloy Ejimako, in an initial order, the court ruled that the grounds of appeal raise important issues. The appeal will be heard on the 22nd of June in the year of 2023. Kudos to Kanu's family and my colleagues, the Bandemans. The IPOB leader was arrested in Kenya in the June of 2022. 2022 or 2021. Are you okay? Over his agitation for Biafra and arrived in court to continue his trial. He was arrested in June of 2021, not 2022, please, for record purposes. Despite the court discharging and acquitting him, the Nigerian government has refused to release the gentleman. The reason is best known to them, or the reason is ethnic profiling, according to my people. Then we come to across this news or this headline. You are a great and powerful man. KC E-Money tell MC Oluomo. For what? Is it for Eba or for Gary? Look at them now. The people where they sell our heritage finish. After profiling us, after making jest of the Igbos, after telling the Igbos to go, they are not needed. Look at what is happening. After making it clear on our very own face that we are not needed in Lagos, that Igbos should pack their kaya and go. Look at what is happening in Lagos State now. That was a very deliberate plan between the Yorubas and the Fulanis and Hausas. That Hausa will pass close to you now. And most especially, it will happen in the area that their people Yorubas and Hausas are full, enough, plenty. They will tell you, oh, I don't lose my my banana. I don't lose my banana. The one will start to shout. Before you know it, they will beat that Igbo man to death. It have happened in different occasions in many places in Lagos State. That is the plans to frustrate the Igbos so that they will leave Lagos State. See it. These our brothers, our so-called Dio, do not find it funny. The only thing they know to do is to call MC Oluomo to come and visit them, and they will tag him a powerful and a great man. What a word. Nigerian singer KC and his billionaire brother Meka Okonkwo aka E-Money have showered praises on the chairman of Lagos State Parks Management Committee, Musiliu MC Oluomo Akinsanya. The duo recently hosted the controversial transport executive in their palatial Lagos mansion. In a video clip from their meeting making rounds on the internet, KC could be seen pouring encomiums on MC Oluomo seated beside E-Money. KC said, "We need to put some little cash on the tray like this. No matter how little, that's how we do. And the drinks. MC, you are a powerful man. You are a great man for profiling the Igbos. KC and E-Money, shame to this Joe. Honor be disgrace to the Igbo race. A disgrace to manhood. A disgrace to the entire Biafran nation." E-Money added, "The last man standing and still standing shakes MC Oluomo." Pastor Okeze Atani, you are a great and powerful man. KC and his brother E-Money praised MC Oluomo as he pays them a visit. That is what we keep saying. Anyway, it is not their fault. Yes, so it is not their fault. Supreme Court, waiting Supreme Court to do, they don't adjourn Nnamdi case and Nnamdi Kanu's case to September of 2023. The Supreme Court has again adjourned the hearing in the suit filed by the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, until September 14. Recall that the sessionist had on November 3, 2022 filed an appeal at the Supreme Court challenging the judgment of the Court of Appeals ruling, which stopped the Department of State Service, Department of State Service, DSS. The Appellate Court had on October 28, 2023 stayed the execution of its earlier judgment, acquitting Kanu of all charges and directing his release from the DSS headquarters. Daily Post recalled that the Appellate Court had on April 27, 2023 had the case, but adjourned the matter till Thursday, which is yesterday. Upon that, no compromise was reached, and the case was again adjourned till September of 2023. Wahala, no the finish. Police don't arrest a former gatekeeper for buying his own booze. What a tragedy. Do your domestic staff well, and I say no. This is the result of it. Many more will still happen. If by the time that these ones who keep on carrying almost 1 million policemen traveling on the road, the day that all these policemen will turn against you, it will be like a film to you. The Rivers State Police Command has arrested and paraded a young man, John Danjuma, for allegedly killing a former director of administration at the University of Port Harcourt Teaching Hospital, UPTH. According to the news, Danjuma was arrested by operatives of the Criminal Investigation Department, CID, was the gatekeeper of Boma Amomo Jumbo, the late UPTH director. Daily Post learned that Danjuma was previously arrested, detained, and arraigned by his boss for allegedly theft. After spending time in prison, he was released on bail. He allegedly went to Ama Omo Jumbo's home in GRA Port Harcourt and butchered her. Okay, she was a lady. The deceased was scheduled to appear in court on Thursday today to give testimony in the case. Rivers State Commissioner of Police Okon Effiong has promised to brief journalists on the details of the incident. What an irony. what a disaster and what acrimonious tragedy. May her soul rest in perfect peace. You get the point now? That's all the thing take be. This is not the Nigerian we dreamed of, Fasoranti laments. The national leader of Pan-Yoruba social political group, Afenifere, Paruben Fasoranti, has lamented over the present state of our dear country. The elder statesman who turned 97 today shared his grievances while speaking with newsmen in Akure, the Ondo state capital. According to him, he noted that the present state of Nigeria is not the dreams of many Nigerians, both old and young. According to him, I feel fulfilled at 97. I have seen it all. I have seen the worst and I have seen the best. I lost my wife. I lost my daughter. She was shot dead, but generally, I have to thank God for everything. This is not the Nigeria of my dream. No, things are getting worse day by day instead of things getting better. That is the Nigeria we all have been seeing. Nigeria is never changing. Nigeria is never progressing. From the day I was born till death, Nigeria keep on going from worst to worst. From worst to worst. Not from worst to better or best, but from worst to worst. Electing ill-hated president who what fooled their mind is just discrimination. Even we are even doing a racist on our own black race. Tribalism. You are from Igbo, I am from this one. You voted for me, you did not vote for me. In other words, my 95% vote infrastructure will go to those who vote for me. Okay, now this is our president now. We talk say the 95% will go to those who vote for him and 5% to those who want. That is the Southeast who do not vote for him. Do the Niger Republic also vote for you? You bought 10 SUV for Niger. You consulted what do they call it? A railway that cost over $1.9 billion from Nigeria to Niger Republic. In other words, making it easier for all these miscreants to be trooping into our country through those areas. Despite the fact that our border control or our borderline is not that secured, you went ahead to build a what? Went ahead to build a railway for them so that it will be easier for them to cross. No need for them to be going through the bush. Ha! So that means now the Republic said, now they rule Nigeria since all this while. Nobody have anything to say. On our way down, Biko. I tell you, we only hope those we are leaving behind will try and do their best, because what we are seeing now is not good for the country at all. Speaking further, Fasoranti urged the incoming administration to provide employment and look into the security of the land. My expectations from the incoming government are many, but I want the government to give priority to unemployment insecurity. People are not gainfully employed and getting worse every day, and I hope government will try and look into it and the security of the land. The government should also look into the restructuring of the country, and I hope the new president will do it, he added. Restructuring at least it can solve most of the problems we have, but the truth still remains. I tell you the truth. I tell you the gospel truth. Still remains that Nigeria needs to be divided. The cord that hold the east, west, north, and south, whether you call them the old eastern region, the old southern, or the old northern, still remain the same. They need to do what? They need to not even restructure themselves. This country need to be divided. Let Okeke and Okaf let them answer their word. Let them answer their father's name. The last but not the least, I think no, this is neat. The last here but not the least, my dear brothers and sisters, we're gonna hear waiting this hungry minister waking it up. Femi Fani-Kayode speaks on alliance between the old western region and old northern region. This is a profiling statement, but the EFCC, the SSS, and the DSS will not find it funny or deem to invite this man for questioning. This is a profiling and also inciting statement. if I'm allowed to say. Former Minister of Aviation, Femi Fani-Kayode, has revealed the alliance between the old Western region and the old Northern region. Nigeria report that Fani-Kayode made a revelation in a tweet via his verified Twitter handle on Thursday. The former minister said the alliance between the regions, which was put to an end during the 1966 coup, has finally been established with the emergence of Bola as the president-elect. According to the All Progressive Congress chieftain, the alliance between the two regions has been reinforced 57 years later in 2023. He wrote, the alliance between the old Western and the old Northern region, which the January 15, 1966 coup plotters put an end, has finally been re-established 57 years later in 2023. This is the doing of the Lord, and it is marvelous in our sight. King Gibe's senatorial election victory is a joke, according to Femi Fani-Kayode. If it's a joke, then go to court. As simple as that. Meanwhile, the APC chieftain had alleged that the rigging took place in the 2023 senatorial election in the Federal Capital Territory, FCT. In a lengthy post via his verified Twitter handle on Wednesday, Fani-Kayode said the election of the Labour Party senatorial candidate Ireti King Ibe is a joke, adding that the alleged rigging will be exposed at the election tribunal. He also accused King Ibe of constantly seeking to demean, ridicule, and undermine the indigenous Gbagi population in the Federal Capital Territory, adding that her representation in the Senate is part of a wider agenda to destroy the unity of the nationals. This one, all these inciting statements, inciting wars. I don't know when Nigerian security personnel we take all these people serious, take them up, let them come and defend whatever they said. Why are you inciting the Gbagi, or what do they call them, in that Federal Capital Territory against the senator-elect? You see, that is the problem. But nobody will say anything or call him to question him. But if that common Igbo man make a single statement, all the DS, even they will reach 1 million to come to look for that Igbo man to get him arrested. In other words, the country that is called Nigeria belongs to some certain set of people, not for all. So if in this regard, or in this case, what we need to be done is to divide the country, then let those people who believe that they are Nigerians remain in that Nigeria, while other ones who said they don't belong to Nigeria, let them go their separate ways. As simple as that. What is too difficult to ask? And why is it that everybody is not saying anything about these issues? Anyway, my wonderful people, I don't want to take much of our time. I think now here, I go take back my car and I go ahead and go through. Make on do what? Make on enjoy on a day. And make on do what? Make on the subscribe, the share, the comment, and also the like any of my content, because without you, there will be no me, and without me, there will be no news for you. And that's all the thing take me. So my wonderful people, my viewers and subscribers, all the ones who love me and the ones who love what I'm doing, please, I want to hang my boot, now go ahead and go so. Make on enjoy on a day, make on enjoy on a Friday. TGIF, thank God it is Friday. May the Almighty bless us all, the Father, the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. May the Almighty also protect and guide us in all our ways. I am signing out, my wonderful people. Have a nice day, and bye for now. Kemesiano.